What is up, my fellow Actitos? I figured I would make this video very quick and simple. I don't post a whole lot on the Acty groups and such, so making a video, because I'm sure some of you are probably going to search for this issue in the future, and I figure this will be the easiest way to describe the situation than just try to type it out. So, if you are a Acty owner, and I've only seen this problem 2 times now. It's a very odd problem, but it's happened 2 times, 2 different Acties, and I finally figured out what the problem was. Someone has maybe figured out this issue before me, but this current Acty owner did a ton of research and couldn't find the solution to the issue, so I figure maybe somebody knows, but it's not really out there. And obviously people are probably going to YouTube this kind of a problem. So here we are. If your Acty is randomly stalling after you've been driving it, or it's been idling for like 5 minutes or something, and it just dies, and then you'll go and start it, it will fire up, and then it will die. You'll go and start it, and then it will die. Now, to me, that I would assume, and this is how we started, it's a carburetor issue. The fuel cutoff solenoid is not holding, and the pin is going back in, and it's cutting off fuel. So it's just enough fuel in the bowl to keep it running, and then it shuts off. So long story short, we did everything you could think of, and yeah, basically a shotgun, shooting a shotgun of parts at a car, hoping to solve the issue. First, it was carburetor clean. I said, hey, I think it's a carb clean. So we went through 2 carburetors. I know what I'm doing when I'm rebuilding carburetors, but sometimes there's issues that you just can't see because it's something internal or whatever that's funky, and you're not sure what's going on. So went through 2 carburetors. That didn't fix the issue. It had actually had a distributor replaced on it, so someone, I think prior, was trying to figure out what this issue was and replace the distributor. Maybe they thought the ICM was going out, so we replaced the ICM again because there was one already on the new distributor, but we replaced it just in case. We replaced the coil. We replaced the igniter, the little black electrical doohickey that's on the coil pack. I think it's the igniter. We replaced that. Obviously the ICM, we replaced that, which is that little silver rectangle that is on the distributor itself. What else? I did some tuning with the carb because I thought maybe someone had messed with the choke because it was different than other carburetors I had messed with. So I thought there was an issue with the choke, and there was an issue with the timing. And so it was all causing this one weird little problem where it would run for a bit and then stall out. And then you could start it and then it would stall out. And then you could start it and it would stall out. Then you could start it and then randomly it would just stay running. So it was just a really weird hit or miss problem. And so again, I thought I had fixed it. The customer took it. He got down the hill and it stalled on him again. And it's like, what the heck is going on? So another truck came in, had a very similar issue where it would be running for a bit and then it would stall randomly. Then you'd start it, it would stall, and then all of a sudden it would stay running. Very confusing. I'm like, how is this 2 Acties with that same problem? And so again, that one, it needed a bunch of work anyways. I cleaned the carburetor, rebuilt it, all these solenoids. The distributor was full of oil, so I thought, oh, maybe there was oil in the distributor causing it to short out, because you're not supposed to have oil in the distributor, literally dumped out. So the seal inside the distributor itself was bad, so oil was getting inside. So I replaced the distributor. There was a bunch of issues with that one, but I got it all dialed in. And funny, I say, hey, come pick it up, it's ready to go. The fuel pump died, so I replaced the fuel pump. This is that truck. This is the truck of many issues. So the fuel pump randomly just died. So usually the fuel pumps will kind of make a ticking sound, like a thud, That's very normal that they make a thud sound. It stopped making that noise, wasn't doing anything, so yeah, just wouldn't stay running. So I replaced the fuel pump, and then boom, perfect. Then all of a sudden it died, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? So the other day I was looking in Yahoo auctions, and this thing is called the Slow Cut Solenoid Controller. I'm assuming this is as much of an ECU on a carbureted Acty as it is to a fuel injected Acty. Now, granted, I don't work with Actys a whole lot. I mean, I do, but I know my sandbars very well. Actys are still kind of, I'm learning things. And I didn't realize that carbureted Actys have like a controller that somehow controls the solenoids. I'm assuming, because this is a slow cut solenoid controller. It's like a little ECU almost. I'm assuming this is what opens up the solenoids when you turn the car on. Again, that's what I'm guessing. And if it's bad, your solenoids will close and it will shut off. Your fuel cutoff solenoid will actuate, and then it dies because it's cutting off your fuel, which is totally normal. If your solenoid is going bad, that's what happens. And so that's what I thought. The fuel solenoid is probably going out, the fuel cut solenoid. So I saw this on auctions and I bought it. I have no idea where this part is. So I'm looking around in the underneath the dash of the Acty, and right underneath the brake fluid reservoir, which I just happened to look there because I was doing brakes and I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to spill brake fluid. I see this little box up underneath the brake fluid reservoir. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's where that little thing is at. So to go back to the one truck where they were going to pick up and it just died, I'm like, oh great, maybe it's not ready after all. I start it, and as it was about to die, I jiggled the wires at this ECU slow cut solenoid controller, and as it was dying, I jiggled the wires right there, and it fired back up, or it stayed running, and it was strong again. So, to bring us back circle to, if you have pretty much done everything in your power that you think you've done the carburetor, you've done all the ignition parts, spark plugs, plug wires, ICM, igniter, coil, everything, clean the carburetor, replace solenoids. You've done it all, and it still randomly will just shut off. I can say without a doubt, it is either the wires going into this guy, maybe brake fluid juice had dripped onto the wires and caused some corrosion. Maybe the wires are, need to be jiggled because they're not getting good contact with the pins. But I can say probably 100% possibility this is the issue. Now, it might not be the controller itself. Again, it might just be the wires and you need to jiggle them. But I'm going to have this, and we're going to probably replace the one on that guy's truck, because unless jiggling the wires fixes it. This is on the other truck that originally had this problem. I haven't gotten to it yet, but this solved the issue on the other truck. So that's why I'm going to jiggle his wires first, see if that solves the problem. If not, then it could be the controller itself, which again, I found in Yahoo auctions. I'll show the part number on it. They don't make it anymore, so you can only find used ones and hope they're still good. But yeah, let me show you where it's at. So hopefully this will help you if you've done everything in your power to try to figure out why it won't stay running. But here's our part number. It looks like 36 or 3505 0PZ3 3801 or 901. But it's the slow cut solenoid controller, I believe, and that sucker is right. Where is you? Wait, this one's different. Oh, okay. So this is a newer Acty. I'm glad I'm looking at this. This is a newer Acty. So from the headlights, that's the new Acty. Here is the one that's actually messed up. the older style Acty. And I'll show you. This is the original one that had the issue. So we're going to try to fix this one because it solved it on the other one. But there it is. There's the controller right there. So if you can get up in there and jiggle the wires around and do some stuff, see if that solves the problem, because it's very random when it happens. It just, there's no rhyme or reason. It seems like it just happens. So if you can jiggle the wires, and if that doesn't happen, to fix it, see if the contacts are corroded. But there's obviously a difference between the older Acty and the newer Actys. So I guess this will only apply to the older Actys. These ones probably have some kind of controller in there. Maybe it's that black box right there. I'm not sure. Again, Actys are still kind of new. I shouldn't say new. I just don't do a lot of stuff like that on Actys. Mostly on sandbars. I would have assumed on a sandbar, sandbars don't have anything like this. So I would have never thought the Acty would have some kind of controller that turns on the solenoids. But yeah, anyways, if you are having a problem where you have done everything in your power to try to fix it and it still randomly shuts off, but you can still start it up and then maybe it shuts off and then eventually you can get it running and you just can't figure it out, jiggle those wires on your older Actys. And I think I've seen quite a few in the groups where it was the older style Actys that had problems like this. So I think that's just kind of a thing. And some guys have just accepted the issue because, again, it doesn't leave you stranded. It just won't start up right away. And it takes a few tries and then it will get running. It's just really, really bizarre, random glitch that it happens. But I think it's that guy. So hopefully you find this video. If you know somebody who's having this problem and has done everything, be sure to, share them this video so they can see. It's this guy. And yeah, hopefully that will be helpful to some people, because I know for sure I was pulling my hair out trying to figure out what that issue was, and that guy was too. And he was gonna just accept the problem as well because we couldn't figure it out. But that makes sense because it felt like a fuel cutoff solenoid issue that was just like the needle wasn't coming back, or it was holding and then letting go and causing it to die. Anyways, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Share this video to some guys that might need it. Hopefully it'll be helpful. And I'll see you all on the next one.